You sure this is the right place? When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already. Arrived at destination after a short walk. Trüberbrook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. What?
Please, you've got to help me.
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? Something unusual happened. There was an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. Where did he go? Darkest night. In the pale starlight, this village appears to be composed of jagged silhouettes and loneliness.
Hey there. Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar, I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on earth would...
The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air. I met a woman named Gretchen in Trüberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination. Time waits for no man, not even in Trüberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line. I noticed a figure on one of the rocks, a hexagon. I can only speculate on its purpose. As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality. My accommodation, the guest house Waldest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me, didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before? Have with it now.
You bet I. My name
Hey, is
Berlin is so.
and what?
I'm a quant.
Anyway, so can you make
I can make
my uncle? I also
your
wizards.
so.
Can you?
I'll think of. Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a Starlog for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department. They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently, a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there.
We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow. Meow. No reaction. Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far. I've arrived at some sort of mining facility. It looks abandoned. Judging by our tracks, I've almost caught up with Gretchen. Beverly, I believe I found Gretchen's campsite. She probably went ahead without me. Beverly, the time has come. I am stranded, trapped deep underground in some sort of god-forsaken cave. It's freezing cold. I can hardly see a thing. Whoever finds this recording, please hand the cassette tape to Miss Beverly. And now this.
I wish I could stay in Trüberbrook forever.
Beverly, for a moment I thought I was a goner. Now that I've been able to escape this compromising situation, Gretchen and I are standing in front of a gigantic steel gate. I'll get back to you with more details. Please light up these symbols.
Wow, these look like Neolithic cave paintings. Who would have guessed? A group of stickmen fallen asleep around some sort of hexagon. Tannhauser, this is sensational.
Fallen asleep?
Look, this seems to have activated one of the lights on the vault door. You see that afterglow?
What do you make of this?
Weird. Tannhauser, these are ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. What are they doing here? I'm afraid I don't know too much about them. This pictogram on the left could mean door or gateway. It's followed by the symbol of death. Doesn't that spark your curiosity as well?
Interesting. Maybe these inscriptions are somehow connected to the opening mechanism. Some sort of photonic reception, perhaps.
Could you point the light in this direction?
Ah, interesting. This looks like a Latin inscription. Hang on to your head. Interpreted freely, this translates to path of no return. Hogwash, you Romans.
Did you notice that other little light turning on?
What's that over there?
You're not gonna believe this. These are Germanic runes, my special field of interest. This one roughly translates to Be gone, stranger, for all you may find here is certain death.
There, another light.
What's that over there?
Interesting. Are you thinking what I am thinking?
Is this a graffito?
Down here. In any case, it's hard to decipher.
Are you seeing that hexagon there as well?
No idea. You've got the door open already?
Now there are 5 lights. What does it mean?
Did you see that pretty large particle accelerator? Wow.
I stumbled upon an impressive model of our solar system, yet curiously, it displays our 9 planets in disorder, as if there was a disturbance in the interstellar balance. Much like an event known to the ancient Greeks as ekperosis, the catastrophic imbalance of the universe. Whether this is a foreshadowing of things to come, or the device is simply broken, I cannot say. To be honest, it's hard to say if it means anything at all. How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
You don't look...
No.
So you really are...
I was fleeing.
How did you manage...
I made a small fortune playing a card game they fancy here.
Single hand coming out?
Look at that. No, of course not. That's not really what it's all about, though.
The old trumps.
I had never given the concept of money much of a thought before. I believed it was a rather crazy idea. But I certainly do know how to play. With that money, I went into hiding. Slowly disintegrating, trying to find a way back home.
Really?
Sort of.
How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
Catch college?
Look, without. That's not
Cool. How are you holding...
Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
Single hand?
Look, that's not
Cool. How are you holding up?
Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
Catch...
With, that's not
Cool. How are you holding...
Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
Second...
Look, that's not
Cool. How are you holding...
Don't.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
Single hand?
Look, that's not
Cool. How...
Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
Catch co...
Look, without. That's not
Cool. How are you holding...
Don't worry.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
With 9?
Look, without. That's not
Cool. How are you...
Don't worry.
Can I ask?
Yes?
Single hand coming?
Look at that. That's
Cool. How are you holding...
Don't.
Can I ask?
Yes?
With 9s or without?
That's not cool.
Beverly, my image of this innocent place has been tainted. I found a trash dump right in the middle of these woods, probably long established by the locals. The question arises, who would sink so low?
Keep our packets whistled. No.
Beverly, it is widely known that corvidae are quite sociable and intelligent beings. I recently became acquainted with no less than a swarm of these impressive singing birds. Sometimes, I wish I could be like them. If I could just fly south with them. I wonder if they would accept me as one of their own.
Ahoy.
The woods surrounding Trüberbrook emanate a dreary sense of blandness. I've rarely ever been engulfed in a more terrifying, dreadful environment. Not to mention there is a green glow spreading through the fenwoods. Interesting. Beverly, I now stand right in front of the legendary Trüberbrook specimen. This close, I find it all the less surprising people here have cultivated the myth of a sea monster. Beverly, I took a paddle boat and ventured forth towards the final frontier of this region, a forlorn swamp of ancient origin. On my way, I came across the mortal shell of a lost wanderer. Whether he was led astray by a wisp or fell victim to this region's mythical beast, the Hook Elf, remains a mystery to be disentangled. I can only hope to be spared of such misfortune.
Hey, get lost, you wet blankets!
Beverly, I have unearthed the gate to a sealed crypt, the cellar of this lodge. My descent begins. This is what Professor Trüberbrook must have felt when he climbed down the Snæfellsjökull.
I can hardly...
I noticed a marking on one of the rocks, a hexagon. It's the logo of the Millennium Cooperative. Beverly, I have made an astounding discovery. As it turns out, the town's only phone booth leads to some sort of secret passageway. It leads right into the Millennium Cooperative's control center.
I can probably walk up.
It is a well-known fact that some mushrooms are held in high regard all over the world for their hallucinogenic effects. As a means of cleansing, to gain insight either metaphysically or mystically, or to make contact with the gods, even the cosmos itself. Trüberbrook seems to be no exception, where people have been secretly worshipping the slumber morel for centuries.
This one is on you, boys.
Oh, exactly what I need. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
End of the world or not, I can't miss this gig.
Step out before the sunlight. Like a thief awaiting triumph. And tomorrow we'll be free, and I promise, like fire, into a prize. And I awake while I lay dreaming. Listen to the universe, the tricks to breeze and hover above this rushing well. And it could be
There is no bad weather, only the wrong clothes. I wholeheartedly have to agree with this saying, Beverly. I am standing on top of the Klumpen, apparently the highest elevation within the surrounding low mountain range. If you wanted to, you could describe the clothes that I'm wearing as perfectly unfit for the current weather conditions. After a short walk, I have reached the local weather station. In Trüberbrook, Up on the Klumpen top, the art of meteorology is in full swing. The current microclimatic developments in this area seem to have sparked scientific interest. Will I be able to return?
That I don't know. But look around you. The human species is only focused on destroying and consuming everything. Gretchen, these scientists, the cooperative, you are better than that. We are awakened beings, Hans.
I would really like to, but there's so much left to do here. I'm sorry.